In this video, we'll see how to evaluate exponential functions. So just a couple reminders. This right here, remember we call this function notation. So we have a function, and we call it f. F is the name of the function. And we are evaluating it when the input is 2. So remember, this does not mean f times 2. We have this function, its name is f. 2 is the input of the function. So what does that mean? If f of x, again, there's my same function, it's named f. If f of x equals 5 to the x power, right, I want to evaluate that function when x is 2 according to my problem here. So what do? Well, f of 2 is equal to 5 to the second power, which is equal to 25, 5 times 5, right? This is an exponential function. Here's one for you to try on your own. If you had to evaluate this function at h of 4, you would take 3 to the 4th power. 3 to the 4th just means 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, which is 81. All right, let's take a look at another function. This is f of negative 2. Here you're going to have to recall what happens when an exponent is negative. So f of negative 2, this means 3 to the negative 2 power. Remember, when we have a negative exponent, basically what we're doing, it doesn't make the answer negative, but what we're doing is we're taking 1 and we're dividing it by 3 2 times. So 1 divided by 3 is 1/9. A nice way to think about this problem is 3 to the negative 2 is also equal to 1 over 3 squared, and 3 squared is 9. Oops. All right, evaluate this one here. G of negative 6, and you've got your function there. G of x is equal to 10 to the x power. This would be 10 to the negative 6th power, which is equal to 1 over 1 million. And finally, let's take a look at this last example here. F of negative 4. Well, now I've got a fraction, and I'm raising it to the negative 4th power. So let's recall from way back early in the beginning of the year when I raised a quotient to a power. If you recall, we know that we could write this as 1 to the negative 4th over 3 to the negative 4th. If I want to rewrite this without negative exponents, which I absolutely do, this is 3 to the 4th over 1 to the 4th, which, when we simplify this, is just equal to 81. So 1/3 to the negative 4th power is just 81. All right, try this one. I have m to the negative 3rd, or m of negative 3, excuse me, is equal to 4 times a half to the negative 3rd. Well, what is that equal to? That's equal to 4 times 1 to the negative 3rd over 2 to the negative 3rd. Again, rewriting that with positive exponents, this gives me 4 times 2 to the 3rd over 1 to the 3rd. I want to simplify that some more. That's going to be equal to 4 times 2 to the 3rd is 8, 1 to the 3rd is 1, so 4 times 8, you should get 32. And that's how we evaluate exponential functions.